It's the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. What's going on out there?
Good evening.
There's people here. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
I was over here yakking with Donna about classic cleavage. There's so much of it that looks terrible and so much of it that looks nice, but not enough of it that is perfect. I was trying to explain what
mine reaches all the way down to the floor.
Donna's got badass cleavage with the right top on, and that's what I was trying to point out to her, was when I was young, you know, and I'm 58, okay, so when I was young, classic cleavage was in the movies. You got legs, you got cleavage, you got arms and shoulders, but you didn't get a lot of it. You got a lot of stuff that was left to the imagination. So when you look at these, you know, this is just my opinion, of course, but, you know, maybe you guys, most of you guys probably get it, maybe not, but, you know, you would look at things when you're young and you go, wow, what is it about that girl that's, wow, she's fucking beautiful. What is it about her that makes her so hot? Oh, quarter in a jar. You hear what I just said? So anyways.
Swear it already, husband.
I guess. So anyways, that's what we were talking about, because I was trying to show her what I thought was the perfect cleavage. And it's hard to find a picture of what I find to be perfect cleavage, but we came up with Elizabeth Taylor, and she nailed it, man. You could see the curvature of her breast under her dress, but not cleavage more than halfway below. You know, I mean, just a hint, just enough to get you excited. And the same was what I was saying about dresses and things. You know, they were long or they were short, wherever they were, but they left a lot to the imagination. You know, nowadays it's just like, hey, here it is. Look at tits are flopping, baby. It takes all the enjoyment out of it. That's all it was. Nothing serious though. Moving right along over here. Hi, wife. How are you?
Hey, good looking.
I've got nothing cooking.
Let me see your cleavage. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You are looking hot.
Oh, jeez. That's pretty disgusting looking stuff there.
I know.
Talk about trash. Shannon just got loaded. So did I, baby. So did I. Leanne Wilson. Hello, Red.
Copper Top.
What's up, Copper Top? I know. I was going to start calling you that, and I thank you for reminding me. I love that. My ex, Janine, I gave her the nickname or the handle or whatever of Cinnamon, because she had red hair. So, you can relate. I see that. So anyways, who else is here? Cheryl? Hello, love. John Chico. Hey, John Chico, man.
Mr. Chico.
I got your tune loaded up right now, and you know what? We're going to hit it.
It's Friday!
Working harder than an ugly stripper, it's the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. 717. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, look who's in the chat room. Robert Green
Look
has
at
just
that.
come in, and Christine
Hello, Roberto.
is in the chat.
And
Hey.
Christine. Hi, Christine. What's
There's
going
Mr.
on?
Chico.
Christine is going to be lurking around in the background. We must
She's
keep an eye on her.
lurkerer.
Send the robots. We don't do lurkers. Never
Yes, we
mind.
do.
Bad Dallas joke.
Yes, we do. I'm a perv. I do lurking.
Well, okay. So, how is everybody? Friday night, windy outside, Texas night, very warm, very hot. Supposed to get some rain, but I know it ain't going to make it this far south, so I know that ain't going to happen. It's all up Oklahoma City, up that way, some severe thunderstorms and stuff that way. It's about 200 miles from here. We're not going to get that, so damn it, if somebody wants to take a good leak, spray something down here, because we could use some rain. The grass is getting nasty. It's that time of year. Here comes summer. Full force, baby. We've only broke 100 once, so it's not too bad. Staying in the 90s, which is hot, but it's the humidity that's kicking the ass. We got a lot of that. There's so many fronts going around, this high pressure sitting over us. It's crazy. There's Mr. Godfrey. Jello, Mr. Godfrey. Get out of my face, you friggin' little natty fuck.
Sorry.
I'll get him. I won't give up till I do.
He just called us Mr. and Mrs. Yank again.
91 in Ohio. What part of Ohio are you in there, Robert?
We were
Uh,
at 94 today.
I'm originally from Ohio, northeast Ohio, up about halfway between Cleveland and Erie.
And Randy reckons he knows everybody in Ohio.
I know everybody in Ohio. No, but I know the towns, and I like to reminisce. I like the past. I've told you that before. I live in the past. It's a nice place to be from, as far from as possible. No, I'm only serious. All right, by request over here, from the hit line. the ugly skies, the Cars. Yes, sir. Some good stuff here. What's going on Friday night, man? Nice to see you guys. Mike, what's up? Mr. Underscore. Glad to see you stop by. Robert, you said you live down there close to Dayton. You're down there in Mr. Dave territory. Not too bad.
You poor bugger. I don't wish Dave on anyone. No one.
There's Dale.
Dale.
Dale. Oh, hey, we never sang him birthday because he didn't show up.
I know.
What's the matter with
He
you,
never
Dale?
even
You should have
showed
known
up
birthday
on his
song was waiting.
birthday.
And you should have known we wouldn't forget. How dare you?
Yes.
Not come in here for your
dare
birthday.
you. Ha la 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 la.
He makes us twat snaps. No, what's he call those?
Bit strips.
He makes us bit strips.
And he's
So we owe him
slacking
a
on
ha-
those lately,
And
let
we
me
like
tell
to,
you.
and we sing him a happy birthday song. And he didn't show up. I'm hurt. What was that? Gunshot
Firework.
again?
Or gunshot, I don't
Probably
know.
the guy next door shooting again. Yeah, that's not fireworks.
La 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 la.
Oh, okay. Is he listening? I don't want to do it if he's not here because I don't want to hurt anybody's ears.
Happy 95th birthday to you. Put that fag out. Happy 95th birthday
To you. Ba-ba-ba-ba-boo.
Happy birthday, dear Dale O'Donnell. That's some good shit there.
Oh,
Happy birthday to you.
Toke 'em if you got 'em.
Yankee and the Brit, the RTM
TM
Radio Network.
Happy birthday, Dale O'Donnell.
We're doing good, Mike. Enjoying life. Hot in Texas, no work,
Hot
broke,
wife.
starving, and
Don't
ready to
forget
die.
the hot wife.
Well, other than a hot wife, but that's beside the point. That's a whole other kind of hot.
Doctor Who later.
I'm
Huh?
gonna stick
Wink, wink.
You're so hot, I'm going to put an air conditioner in your ass.
What? And then you're going to watch me float around the ceiling.
That's a ceiling fan, not an air
I'm
conditioner.
not a pissing helicopter, you know.
Maybe if I put a ceiling fan in your ass, you'll hover above the floor, and I can get something out of you, like a good breeze. Of course, you'll rip one. You'll rip one. And
yes,
there
sir,
go the neighborhood.
I would. I wouldn't be able to resist. I'd be like, feed me fizzy pop.
And some pork and beans. Oh, no. You are one disgusting twat.
Yes, sir, I am.
I guess that's why I love you. Anyways, let's do a tune. We got a badass one right here. Yankee the Brit, the RTM Radio Network, straight down on the clock, 7:30.
It's Friday!
Time to do some serious trucking. Yes, sir. Put that hammer down, baby. Let it roll. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Network. What's going on, man? Hello, Mr. Dave. Looks like Dave's having some fun over there on his post. Good. Make him cringe. Make him do whatever. Just the retards will come out.
Oh no, but somebody's unfriended him because of it. Oh hello, what are you doing?
I'm sick of sitting on my friggin' nutsack. God, I hate that. This chair always makes me slide down. When I slide down the chair, my nuts roll up under my ass. Where's that
You
hurt?
said ass. That's a swear.
Quarters
word.
in the old
Where
bottle.
Where is your quarter?
Damn
Where
it.
is the little quarter pot?
Bar. I hate that. Damn it, Jim.
Oh, I have needed that quarter pot this week. Let me tell you.
All right, let me put my quarter in the cup. All right, don't bother me again.
Fine.
Unfucking believe. Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Of course,
you
I guess
just can't stop swearing.
probably to make up for what I've already said tonight, I better probably better put more quarters in the cup than two. I know, right?
We are loaded. I bet all our radio listeners are loaded as well if they've been having a little swear.
If
pop
they're
every
not,
time
get them
we
another
swear.
round. All righty, so let's see. Where are we? Mr. Dave is in the house. Hello, Mr. Dave.
Dave's been kicking up a storm on Facebook.
He is. Heidi, ho, ho, ho. What's up, Dick? Nice to see you. Okay, well, we're moving right along over here, doing some tunage. Julian Lennon. Geez, I haven't heard that song in a long time. Nice of you to come up with something like that, Shannon. Thank you. Alrighty, let's just keep moving along and doing the tunage because that seems to be what we're here for. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Nitwits 745.
Oh, this is what Bad Jack Show.
Yankee and the Brit, the dipshit, the RTM Radio Network.
Drop
Sorry.
another coin. Another quarter. Yeah, you better do the whole bloody lot.
There's a few extras. Sorry, I had to piss. I can't just sit around here and wait for you guys to pick a song that's long enough. So, screw
So you
it.
thought you'd play two at once. Hey, listen.
See, that's what.
Shh.
It's time for the clock on the wall.
Larry has been going off on the wall
The
all
clock on the
day.
wall says it's 8 o'clock.
Forget
Oh,
quarters.
man.
John Chico says, you need dollars.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry. Damn it, I had to piss, and it's supposed to automatically shut itself off. I don't know why the hell it went to... I got the autoplay turned off. I don't know why it went on to the next
No,
one, but...
I am
You'll
not.
have that.
Taz said, am I feeling guilty? And it says, no, I am not feeling guilty. Why should I be feeling guilty?
Guilty
I guess
about
if it's
what?
something
Taking
I'm-
all my quarters?
I guess if it's something I did, it's obviously gone right over my head because no, I don't feel guilty. So, if I should be, slap me hard in the face.
Oh, not a problem. Boy, do I feel
Still
better.
don't feel guilty.
I certainly feel better, that's for sure. Michael Stanley, great band from Cleveland. The Rosewood Bitters with a Yankee and a Brit on a Friday night. You can't even come close to doing that.
Oh, we're like Brad James tonight.
Too long on the road, my friend. Too long between rides. Too long between homes again.
Ha cha 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 cha. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Netwits on the RTM Radio Network. Well, that was the wrong one. See, that's what I get when I play out of YouTube. I don't look at them first.
Drama, Dave.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh, way too much drama for my liking. I just scrolled right by.
Heard that
Randy,
woman
of
go.
course, had to put his 10 pence in.
Obviously, she couldn't take much more because she disappeared. I said, where did Dorothy go? Tornado get her? Unbelievable. Where do these fucking people come from? And I'm not sticking up for Obama, or I'm not sticking up for her. I'm not sticking up for any of that crap. But, Dave, you didn't say a word about any of that shit. But boy, did that woman have a nice time. I hope she was happy to be part of the post. She certainly put on a good show. Very
She's put on a better
interesting.
show than the Yankee and the Brits,
Much
let me
stupid.
tell you.
Yeah, that was crazy. Huh? Doesn't rant like I do. She needs to practice. Bring her to the show. I'll fix her right up. You flea-bitten maroon. All right. I guess it's none of my business. I really don't give a shit. I just thought it was funny to look at. So, where are we, wife? What's going on?
Oh, ready for bed.
I know, me too. And I had, 2 naps today? Well, I tried to nap at news time, but that didn't work so good. But damn, was it friggin' hot today. Oh, I went to the doctor's office today. Fuck that. Fuck America and fuck its medical practices. What a bunch of douchebags and expensive rip-off sons of bitches. You know, I swear to God, man. And I'm never going to a doctor's office again where you don't get an appointment. Not going to happen. This is a walk-in place. Been going there a number of years now, too. And, I had enough today. Went in the fucking room and sat there for over an hour. Why do they take you in the room if they're not going to see you? I don't get that. You sit out in the waiting room. I wasn't out there 5 minutes. Girl says, Mr. Bradley? So I go back in the room, takes my blood pressure, first thing that pissed me off is I went in and I had to fill out my paperwork again. The lady hands me the clipboard. I go, what's that for? She says, you got to fill out your information. It's like, well, I'm already a patient here. Oh, you have to fill it out every time you come in. I'm like, why? You can't do that. That's your job. Why am I doing your fucking job? Why am I filling out a form that I don't know anything about? Well, you know, and she didn't like that, so I already started off on a good foot. So I went back in the room and sat there for over an hour after she did what? Takes 3 minutes to do your blood pressure and, do you have this? Do you need this? How are you doing? What are you here for? Blah, blah, blah. Tell them, and they're gone. And you sit there for an hour. It's fucking cold in there. It was ridiculous. The air conditioner never quit running the whole time we were sitting in there. Donna comes in with me. It's a good thing, too, and then finally it got so cold in there. I opened the door and was standing out in the hallway, and the doctor was going from room to room. And he sees me standing in the hallway. He goes, I'm coming. And I said, man, I don't care what you're doing. I said, it's just fucking cold in here. Well, eventually I was getting pissed off because it got to be over an hour and he hadn't come in the fucking room yet. Why do they drag you back in there and leave you sit? What the hell does that do? Close you up in a room, close the door, leave the air on, and just forget about you. You know, and I can imagine how long the other people that were in there that he was seeing before me, how long were they waiting? You know, it's crazy. And then he comes in, and I give him an attitude, because I'd had enough of it, you know. And he says, whatever he said, and I said, I just want my drugs. I want out of here. I said, I called last week, and nobody could even help me out. They said, I had to come in. You know, and I didn't go into the story about you get paid for me to come in and sit here and wait on you and blah, blah, blah. I didn't get into all that. I just fucking had enough. So finally, I just waited a little bit more. Finally, he come in, give me the drugs and shit. He didn't like my attitude. I didn't like his attitude. I didn't like being stuck in there. And the whole thing was pissy. It was just a pissy day.
It's all a piss take.
It was. That's bullshit, though.
You know,
I'm getting I ought to send him a fucking bill for having to sit in the goddamn waiting room or in his fucking little room.
Don't you remember a few weeks ago I was having one of those, those annual women's test things, and they do a cervical smear, cervical screening, PAP, whatever it is you guys call it over here.
PAP smear.
And you know,
smeared it all over everything.
Any females will know that when you have those tests, you know, when they ask you to get undressed, you know, you get undressed as quickly as you can, and you cover yourself up with the little cape of whatever they give you, the little tissue paper cape. You know, you cover yourself up pretty quick because you don't want to be hovering around half bloody naked when there's doctors and nurses running in and out. So you get yourself undressed really, really quick, and, you know, I must have been sat there for maybe half an hour. Was it about half an hour with a bloody see-through tissue paper type cape on, waiting for them to bloody stab me up the bloody vag. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. Honestly, couldn't believe it. I was freezing. The air conditioning was on really, really high, and I was just shivering. And then they come in with there's one woman that comes in, and then there's the trainee nurse. He has to come in, and then another guy comes in and asks you about your periods. And I'm just like, dude, just do my pissing smear test.
You know, that's the thing that pisses me off. How many fucking people do I have to repeat this to? I want to tell one person one fucking time. End of story.
I know, and the first time I went in there, I had to have a little procedure done a few months ago. And the first one, a male doctor comes in and starts talking to me. And then a female nurse comes in. And then there's about another 3 or 4 people that come in and out, and they're talking to us about our radio show, and they're talking to us about all sorts of shit. And I'm just like, look, if you're getting up my crack, get up my crack and let me get the fuck out of here. Where's my change tin? My quarter tin?
Oh, I guess we're
where did I
broke
put
now.
it?
God damn.
I
Put your quarters in the cup.
Seriously. You know, get up my badge and let me get that out of here.
It's just ridiculous. It's stupid the way they fucking treat you. Why do they bring you in there and leave you sit if they're not going to see you? It's just ridiculous. Thank you, John Rooney, by the way. That was a very nice post from him. Look at that.
Yes, I just saw that. Dave says, I see another poster on the front desk of Randy's doctor's office that says, banned. Do not serve this man.
I'll make him the goddamn signs for free because I chase myself out of more places because of stupidity.
Randy's already banned from Jack in the Box. The one in Denver.
Pretty soon they'll ban me from town. I don't give a shit. There's plenty of other places to go. There's 9 million fucking doctors around Texas. I'm not worried about finding another one. It's just ridiculous.
I didn't say DOT physical, Chris, unless that's what they make you do.
No, he's saying, why do you need to get naked for DOT physicals?
Oh.
Well, they got to have plenty of room to shove their finger up your ass and squeeze your nutsack. That's why. It's ridiculous, though. This fucking is just... Oh, I'm telling you, man. I got to get somebody to go to town and do shopping. I can't even fucking take going around people anymore.
And this is what Randy taught me after my appointment. It was like a woman's yearly annual assessment. And they said that it was just a...
Hey, John.
They said it was just a pap smear. And then the woman said to me, well, if you just hang around a few more minutes, we'll arrange your blood work. And I said, blood work? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, I've just paid you $220 for my smear test. How much is it going to cost me for the blood tests? And she says, oh, it's included in that price. I said, so how much of that was included in the $220? She said, $84. So I was like, right, I want $84 back because I didn't ask for those bloody tests. So anyway.
And she gave it back.
And she gave it back. So then I had a letter a few days later that said, you have...
wait for this now because I'm telling you
oh,
what.
I'm going to need
the story is only going to get fucking better,
pot.
man.
Where is my change pot? I keep putting it down and putting it down.
You ain't gonna. Okay, put your quarters in the pot.
But they're ready.
It only gets better. Check this out.
Yeah. A few days later, I get a letter in the mail, and they want $191 off me just to tell me what my smear test results are. So they had me in for a smear test that I didn't even ask for, but because they wouldn't give me my medication without having the smear test, and now they want me to bloody pay $191 just to get my pissy results. They take the
and they didn't even fucking tell us that that's what it was going to cost when they did the test. They didn't say it's going to cost you this much. They didn't say, do you want it? Nothing. They just fucking did it, and then they asked for the money. Fuck you. You ain't fucking getting it. We ain't got it.
And today, Randy...
Oh, yeah, that was the last part of that, leaving the doctor's office. I'm going to do a cholesterol test. I go, now? We'd already been fucking there an hour, right? He says, oh, fuck, quarter in the cup. I said, now?
Empty your pockets.
And the girl comes in and she says, it's going to be $40. I said, no. And I made sure I said it loud enough, too, and the doctor was standing right there. And said, no, I'm not paying $40. I don't have $40. All I came in here for was my checkup, like I always do, to get my blood pressure pills. That's all I want. I can't afford it. And boy, did everybody get a fucking attitude over that. And it's like, you know what? I don't give a shit. You're not going to tell me you're going to do something and then tell me how much it's going to be. You come in quietly and you explain it to me, and it's going to be this. And why couldn't the doctor tell me this? Why did a nurse have to come in and tell me that it was going to be $40? Why couldn't the doctor just say it while I was in there? You can't tell me he don't know what that shit costs. And I'm not going to fucking sit there and pay these motherfuckers to do my fucking job. I'm filling out my own paperwork. Fuck it. Oh, God.
Wankers.
Go on.
Well, I put a lot of quarters in the pot tonight, so I might as well say, bullshit bollocks, you wanking bastards.
That damn trip to Ohio's coming quicker.
Yeah, we have decided we are going to put all our swear pot monies together for a trip to Ohio so Randy can get to see a couple of his mates. That's if we get there, of course. You never know.
Yeah, I know. Oh, this fucking typing stupid idiot fucking... Get away from my machine over here. All I wanted was that. See that? One flippin' stinking fucking quarter is all I want. Oh, jeez Christ. Now I gotta put more than one in there, damn it. Son of a bitch.
One more.
Shut up!
And another one for good luck.
No. Damn it. All right.
The whole world will be rich at this rate, John Rooney.
John, we'll be able to afford to drive it to your house if we keep this up. Oh, man. All right, let's go play some music. I've had my rant.
Maybe we should use pennies. It might not be quite so expensive.
Look, now tell us again, real quick, about how that would have worked in England. What would you have paid, and how would you do this? Not just your pap smear, but me going over there and just getting what I did. How would that? Well, what would I pay?
Well, my smear test, you would have booked an appointment. You would have gone in. You would have had them do the test, and then you probably would have got the results probably about a week or 2 weeks later.
So what would you pay?
Nothing.
Why is it free?
Well, it's not free. I mean, it's free in that sense.
No, I know that, but I mean, what makes it so you can just go in and get this done without issues?
Because the people that pay the national insurance contributions, which is, I think, it's around about a third of your wages, and then you've got your tax as well that people pay out of the wages, which is around about a third as well of your wages.
But it all basically comes out of one tax.
Kind of, yeah.
Is it all? Now, I don't know how well you understand taxes, but do you know what a flat tax is? Like everybody just pays the same tax?
Yeah, it's not like that.
No?
No, it depends on how much you earn. So, like, if you earn, like, you know, if you're paying, like, if you're paying,
so
like,
if you're rich,
third,
you pay more. If you're poor, you pay less.
Yeah, you know, like, if, for example, you earn £40,000 a year, then paying a third of that is going to be a larger amount than paying, you know, what you pay out if you only earn 10,000.
So I don't know the numbers. I suck at math. But if I made £20 a year, I'd pay how much of
pay
that?
a third of that.
Okay, if I made £100,000 a year,
You pay a third of that.
so you pay according to what you make.
Yeah.
But yet you
But
still
it's-
get everything you need.
Yeah, but it's kind of like up in bands as well. I think if it's like if you earn below this amount, you pay this amount, and if you pay.
Well, either way,
It's in
regardless
bands.
regardless of the details, everybody gets medical and gets taken care of one way or another.
Yes, you can walk in there. Like here. If you're ill, you can be too sick to go. You can be too poor to go to the doctors. It cost Randy today $60 to see the doctor, and $60 is a hell of a lot of money when you haven't got any. So so sometimes you really need to see a doctor, and you just can't afford to go. You just have to ride with it. And I think that's quite disgusting.
I called and asked if I could get a refill, and it's been 6 months. No, you have to come in. And I told the girl, I said, I can't afford to come in. Well, you have to come in. I said, you know what? If I die from fucking heart attack or blood pressure problems, I said, it's on your hands. And I hung up. You can't slam the phone down anymore. But I'm going to hook that phone back up, my old phone from years ago, so I can slam the fucker down on people, just so I feel better. But it's ridiculous. I'm an adult. I'm grown up. I know what the fuck I need.
But
I'm not asking for cocaine or any other goddamn thing. I just want some fucking blood pressure pills.
But you asked me your situation. Had you gone into a British doctor's,
I would have got taken care of.
Yeah, you might not have been seen the same day because they're a bit funny like that. But however, you would have gone in there and they'd have got you the fuck out of there straight away. They
and I got my pills and I went on my way.
Yeah, but it's not always a good thing because sometimes you can go in there, like I've had bad depression problems, and I'm not ashamed to admit that on the show. I've had bad problems, and sometimes you can go in the doctor's surgery and you can be put onto a doctor that's foreign, that barely speaks much language, and you have just a few minutes to trust that doctor because they are pretty much going to fob you off and get you the hell out of there.
If you don't like him, can you go find another one?
You can, yeah, but you can't get to see him that same day, so you've got to get back to the doctors and blah blah blah. But my point being is that it's hard to find a doctor that you can trust, and then they treat you like a production line. A lot of them do. My old doctor was pretty good, but it was so hard to see her. You had to wait weeks to get an appointment to see her, which is no good if you want to see someone today. So, there's good and bad parts of it. Your doctor that you were seeing today, at least you've got to speak to him a bit, and, you at least
I can sit there and yak with him for 20 minutes if I want.
Yeah, you can build that little bit of a rapport, and you can, build that little bit of trust. But when you get in there with a doctor that doesn't even speak a word of English, and then they go and fob you off, and they barely even listen to what what your problem is, I find that really bad. Michelle will probably tell you, that they fob you off, they want you straight out the door. But I'm not saying it's any better over here. I mean, Randy has a good rapport with his doctor most of the time, but I'm not saying, but they often fob him off over here. They often fill him up with his prescription, and off he goes. They don't ever think about what the root of the problems might be. I mean, that's not really to be discussed on here, of course, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I just think it's ridiculous the way it works, and I can sit in there. I can sit in there and talk with him for an hour if I want to. It's my turn. He sits down with you, and we yak. And when his conversation starts to get off track and way out of hand, then he gets up and he goes, and I understand that. But I sat there for a fucking hour already. My time is just as important to me as his time is to him, and and they have it like a production line in there because it's a come as you are. I mean, no appointments. It's a walk-in is what it is. And so you walk in, you wait. And I went in early in the morning. I thought I'll go early. I'll get right in there. I'll get right out. But I waited a fucking hour. Now, if I'm going to wait an hour, I want to make an appointment. And when they tell me my appointment's for 10 o'clock, when I get there, I expect within 15, 20 minutes max to be seen. And usually with an appointment, it works like that because they, somewhat got it timed down. Not always, but most of the time. But the walk-in thing, I'm not going back there again. I'm going to find another doctor somewhere. There's one here in town. I don't know anything about him. Mom and Dad been to him. I'm going to find out. But I'm not going back there because the walk-in thing don't work for me. If I walk in, I expect to, and they call me up to the counter. Number one, I shouldn't have to fill out my own fucking paperwork because I've been in there before, 3 and 4 times before that. I shouldn't have to go in there and explain to a nurse why I'm there, who I am, and what I want. Why doesn't she have a chart with all that stuff listed on it? How many times I've been there, blah, blah, blah. And they make a new paper every fucking time I go in there, and it's bullshit, you know? And of course, I ain't big on the fucking national data system thing, but then again, it might be nice because maybe I won't have to fucking repeat myself, but I bet I will. You know, or if I go to another doctor, he'll just pull it up, end of story. You know, I know who I am. I got blood pressure problems. I just need blood pressure pills. They've been working. I've been going over there now for a number of years. Everything he does, every time I go in, they're fine. You know, I wanted to get my cholesterol checked. Dad's had problems with it over the years, but he's alive, he's living. But I'm not paying $40 fucking for it. I don't have it. So it'll be when I'm ready to go. But when I go, of course, like I said, I'll have to sit and fucking wait. And that's the bullshit part of it. And I just get fed up with that crap, sitting around fucking waiting all the time. It's ridiculous. All right, I feel better. Anyways, so where were we? Tunage. That's where we were. Love Song, Tesla, with the Yankee and a Brit. A couple more quarters in the cup. Yeah, John, someday. Probably not for a year or so yet. But yeah, I want to go up there and see my buddy. I hope to see him before he kicks the bucket.
Yeah, Randy says he's not really up for doing much when we get there, just apart from seeing his friends. So
we won't be staying long. It'll be basically a drive, make the rounds to a couple relatives, and head back home since it's so damn far away. But I'm not flying. There's nobody there to pick us up or anything. So we'll just drive up there. I'll show Don around the childhood stomping grounds, and that'll be it. Tesla, Love Song. Yankee to Brit, the RTM Radio Network. By request for Mr. John Rooney on a Friday night, man. Jammfest, having some fun over here. Good music.
It's his request for me. It means bend over, bitch, apparently.
It does.
And I said, yes, I will be later. When I get Randy off the show, I'll be bending
Das
over.
ist in Deutsch.
And Bubba is in the chat room. Michael Bubba Spell is in the chat room.
Mr. Spell, sir.
I know. It's not very often that someone comes in later than John Rooney, but it does happen on the odd occasion.
Good night, Shell Shit. Thanks.
All right, Smell.
Glad you could stop by and say hello anyways. Nice to know you're alive. One for Chico.
Mr. Chico.
Yes, sir. We got tunage for you lined up over here. Let's get on over here and get her done. Let's keep the tunage rolling because we don't do the news that is the news and always will be the news because we're sick of hearing the news over and over and over all day long.
The news. Where's my pot again? My change pot I am.
Just you're not cussing and swearing.
Fucked off with the bastard news.
You can keep your quarters for that one.
Oh my gosh, what a load of bullshit.
You know, I feel it's terrible. Ugh. Yes, it's terrible what happened to the cops in Dallas. Not far from us, about 60 miles away. Of course it's terrible. We know it's terrible. Everybody knows it's terrible. It's wrong, regardless. God damn, does every single person have to post the same goddamn thing? Aren't you people original? Can't you come up with a different way to word it? Say what you think. Don't post what everybody else says. Use your own little brain. Think. Step outside the box. There's all kinds of exciting things out here. A lot of fun things. Say what's on your mind. If nobody likes it, they're not your friend. If nobody likes it, why do you care? Just stop reposting the same thing over and over and over. I'm just really, really, really getting sick of Facebook. Mm-hmm. You know, little by little, every day, I knock off a few more people. You know.
Yeah, and people were banging on about politics, and then that happened with the gorilla and the little boy. So everybody was talking about the gorilla and the little boy. Then that happened with the alligator and the little boy. So everybody started talking about that, which shut them up about the gorilla. And then everybody started talking about Hillary again. And then everything happened, all those shootings happened in Florida.
One thing leads to another.
Which shut people up again.
Yeah.
And every now and again, everybody goes right back onto bloody politics. It's all the time. I know it's important to you guys over here, but sometimes it just seems like, it's just...
I don't know. I only need to be told once or twice,
so
you know, and I get the message. It's like, okay, I understand. I get what's going on. You know, the news channel, over and over and over and over again. And then, after 50 times of repeating the story, we have new information, and they add one more sentence, and then they play it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Then finally, we have more information. Why don't you just announce what happened, then shut the fuck up until you have the whole story? They tell it wrong, they tell it wrong, they tell it wrong. Finally, they get it right.
And
Like,
then,
seriously?
why doesn't everybody post it all day, every day on Facebook? Oh my God, you lot so pissed me off.
Not like we didn't see it the 10th time. Good God almighty. It's crazy. All right, where were we? Tunage over here for Mr. John Chico.
Mr. Chico!
Journey. Send her my love. For the Yankee and Brit and the RTM Radio Network.
She's the Brit.
Wow, what a great version. Oh, my God, that's awesome, man. Who's ever slamming on those ivories, buddy, is really nailing it. That was great. Love that piano. Good stuff. Yeah, people just don't get it. You know, Len, I just don't understand why people have to be that way. I mean, why'd the guy have to get all bent out of shape about it? So what? It's your opinion. You're talking about your friends. You didn't even mention him. It was none of his freaking business. If he wanted to, get into the conversation, he said, he probably would have had to do was say, excuse me, could I say something? And it might have went all right. But, that's how it is. People are like that. They just, they're set in their ways. It's my way or the highway. That's just too bad, It's just like I've said before, I post a lot of stuff about Gary Johnson and all that, but I don't jump in nobody's face. I don't put anything on there. You should vote for this guy. To hell with Trump. To hell with Clinton. You guys, you can vote for who you want to. Just like Donna said, it's your choice, man. Feel free. Nobody's stopping you. And I'm not over there yelling at people, you shouldn't vote for Clinton. You shouldn't vote for Trump. Jeez. People fucking educate yourselves and use your own brain. You don't need to be told who's right and who's wrong and what's who and blah, blah, blah. Make your own decisions, get informed, educate yourself a little bit about the situation, and everything will be fine. But the whole fucking world's gone nuts, man. It's upside down over the stupidest shit, man. I just don't get it. Hello to the Torny ladies. Good evening. Or, as my best friend Drac would say, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening.
Hello, madam.
Not her.
You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, the lady at the hotel.
Madam.
The lady at the hotel. Send her packing.
At the falls, madam.
Yes, madam. Look, get it right. We need a room. Doesn't get any easier than that, does it, Ethel?
No, madam.
Oh, jeez, go away. What a great version of Sting, man. Great, Bringing on the Night. I love that. And nice and long, too. Actually got to listen to it jam. Any idea who was playing doing the penis part? Who's the penis? I know it's pianist. I know it's pianist, but you get what I'm saying. I just wondered who that was, man. He's really laying on. And I don't think, does Sting do keyboard? I never noticed if he did or not. Never really paid much attention to it. Just, I like to hear him sing. I enjoy that guy. I think it's pretty cool stuff. Anyways, like he said, 9:33 with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network on a Friday night Jammfest. Nice to see everybody stopping by and hanging out. It's July, and it's friggin' hot outside, man. I can see the lightning from the storms up north. I can smell the rain, but it just ain't going to get here. I checked the map again just a few minutes ago, and as it starts to cool off at night, the storms just fade away. They said we're supposed to get. I'd love to have some rain. Some rain right now would be great. Everything needs it. It would smell so nice and fresh outside. The humidity would cook us to death. But boy, would it be nice just to have a little rain on the roof. I love that. I miss that about spring.
Sound of the rain on the old tin roof.
Yeah, that's right. Makes it great. It was Bradford Marsalis band. I'll have to look that up. Marsalis? Not familiar with that, but I'm going to have to look it up. And that's Donna, and I do that all the time, man. I'm always looking up bands, and we watch movies and stuff, and it's like, who was that? Who is that? I recognize that face. Then we go look up the cast of the movie, and then one thing leads to another, and we're reading about this and reading about that. And it's pretty cool, though, isn't it? Some of the things you learn.
Sometimes, but it annoys me in the respect that you have to pause the bloody thing, and sometimes it pause the film, and then they'll pull it back and drag it. Watch this, and pull it back. And
she hates that part.
And I'm like, just watch the pissing film.
Oh, Marsalis. Okay, gotcha. I know who you mean. But yeah, I'd torment the hell out of her with that shit. But I don't know, man. If you're into a movie, I like, it's like, watch this again. Look at this. Watch what this guy does. And I know she didn't see it. Or else she did see it, and I just like, watch, this is cool. Watch what this guy does. Watch how he does that. And I stop and start, and it drives her friggin' bananas. But I don't mind. I've always watched movies that way.
And when he says things like, I just can't tell what he said there. Can you tell what he said? and then he'll play it about 20 times, and at the end we still don't know what this guy said on this particular line that's so important.
Then I
And
got to
we're
look up
just like,
quotes or look up words to songs
Yes.
and blah blah blah. Because my hearing, I'm like certain tones I don't hear. I don't want to say I'm tone deaf.
By this
completely,
time, I'm
but-
like, I'm done with this film. It's boring me now.
Now you haven't said that yet. What are we up next for? The new Star Trek's coming out, right?
Yes, sir.
The 24th. We'll be watching that pretty soon. What the hell's it? It's the 8th, so we got a little bit to go yet. And there was another one. We watched, what did we watch the other night? Pompeii.
Oh yeah,
We
it was,
watched that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, was it?
No, it wasn't bad at all.
What was it called? Volcano.
Pompeii.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The only thing I
Yeah,
don't like about
pretty
movies
good.
like that is they're dark movies. I call them dark movies because they're filmed like in the dark, and they're dark and dingy and they're hard to see. But it still was pretty cool though. The effects were great in it, and I like that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool. I was telling Donna the story about Pompeii, how all the people got like kind of turned into stone, buried in ash, and frazzled and fried, and blah blah blah. And then we went and looked at pictures of the people that they dug up when they excavated Pompeii, and blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
that is so fascinating.
I think that shit's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a history freak, anyways. I like all that history stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Today doesn't count as history in my book, but what do I know?
But it will do tomorrow.
Chris says 22. What? Better go see a doctor if it's that long. You're going to step on it. Wish we could get some rain. We've only had 8.23 inches so far this year. We had quite a bit up here, Larry, in the spring. What did we do? 15 inches or so, right?
I wish
Maybe
I had
22 or
15
so
inches.
overall, but it was nice.
Oh my god, it would be amazing to get 15 inches.
And in the spring, I'm going to rent one of those small excavators. I'm going to dig a friggin' channel down through here, because when the rain comes off the hill up above us, man, the whole friggin' shop is going underwater, and it's washing away railroad ties and everything else. So I'm going to have to dig me a trench down through here and line it with some stone or something to kind of guide it. I started a little waterfall over here. The water's wore a big hole, and there's a bunch of tree roots here, and it's gone over the tree roots, and it's digging a hole, as it erodes it away. So I've been throwing rocks in there. So we came up with a name for it the other day. That railroad tracks are going to go right by it. So we called it Caesar Fall, because Caesar's buried right there, about 10 feet away from it. So we decided to call it Caesar Fall. So I designed a sign for that. So that's ready to go.
John Rooney, you have to spoil everything. John Rooney just told me that they're talking about 15 inches of rain. I thought he was talking about something else, and I was about to say, I have to have it twice to get a good 15 inches, maybe 3 times sometimes, just to get a good 15 inches.
Oh, Chris says Star Trek's the 22nd. Well, I knew it was somewhere around in there.
Hey,
That's going to be a cool. I like that stuff, though.
Hey, husband, check out this link. It's off John Rooney.
Go ahead
For
then,
the
there, wife.
steampunk girls for you.
Got it. More pretty girls?
Steampunky pretty girls.
Ooh, that was quick. I wasn't quite
Now,
ready
I
for
don't
that.
mind the clothes. I think the clothes are pretty cool, but I think the goggles are just weird. I've always thought that...
That's all part of steampunk.
Yeah, they're just kind of weird.
I seen a great post with a steampunk train and some other weird stuff in it the other day. It was great, and I was going to send it over to you, John, and I missed it. But it's very cool stuff.
Elizabeth Turney. The
Hello,
Turneys
Elizabeth.
are in the chat room.
Ooh, Steely Dan, my old school. Cool stuff. You know what? Let's move on over here. We ain't got all the time left in the world. Let's go over here and do John's tunage, then we're going to come back and jam the Steely Dan, because I like that stuff. So where are we over here? Romancer, by request from John,
Rooney.
on the RTM
Radio Network for our very own late.
Romancer. Wow. Girl band from Japan. Boy, they can do some metal, right? Rocking and rolling there. Thank you, John. Good stuff. See, he knows his music. That's some awesome stuff. I really do like that. Got a hell of a beat. Wish I could understand it. That'd make it even better.
I've just realised something. Every few weeks, I'm teaching John Rooney new English words. He said, naff? What's naff? It just means rubbish, John.
Naff.
Well, there's always a few words that I have to, explain to John Rooney.
Not to be confused with he did off kick his horse.
Which is just like when I first met Randy. Randy, we was always having to stop each other halfway through our conversations because either he said something or I said something that we didn't understand.
The Secret Life of Pets. That's a movie, right?
Yeah.
I saw that when we were watching those trailers to see what we wanted to watch next. I saw that.
Was it any good?
By the way, Elizabeth, we're doing fine. Loving the Texas heat. It's so nice. Go outside and sweat, melt. Everything's sticky.
We have baked and baked and baked.
We had to go
Yesterday-
fix some signs day before yesterday. When did we go? Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, it was yesterday,
Thursday.
wasn't it?
No,
Yesterday.
Thursday, because we were almost late for Cornhole's show, right?
It was, last night.
But man, I have learned since I've been in Texas, and I have a circular saw. This thing's from the 70s. This is a wicked saw. It's a Black & Decker, and it's an all-aluminum case. And I have learned, do not leave your tools sitting out in the sun when you work in Texas. Do not do it. I've gone to pick that saw up, I can't tell you how many times I've burned my hands on it. And leaning over the truck to reach into bed to get something, man. I finally got to the point where I keep a towel, an old towel or something in the truck, and I throw it over the edge of the truck before I lean in. I had nice red marks right across my chest a number of times from leaning in there, and you can hear the skin go sss. It gets hot.
It just cooks us. And Randy's probably starting to see this a lot now with me in the summer with the sun, but I'm only good for a little short time, and then I start to my head gets in a spin, and I'm just no good for anything.
The heat kicks her ass, man. It's pretty wicked stuff. And they put out warnings, during the day. High heat advisory today. Be careful. Blah blah blah. Drink lots of water. Stay in the shade. Stay in the air conditioning. It's the humidity that's been killing us. Really, is the worst part, because it's only been in the 90s, mid 90s, high 90s, but. It's not so bad like when you're in Ohio, like Glenn said, 90-something, but it's probably, I don't know what the humidity was like, but, the feel-like temperature, as I've bitched about before, was like 108 or so. So it's friggin' hot with the humidity. Thank God there's been a nice breeze blowing coming up out of the Gulf, so it hasn't been too bad. Oh, I hear you, Elizabeth. I got up at 5:32, and I had to have my nap today. It finally caught up with me. Then after putting up with a doctor.
He was up at 4:30.
Was it 4:30?
It's in news on.
Oh, yeah.
You turn that fucking news on first thing in the morning.
Well, it usually puts me back to sleep, but it didn't work today.
Puts you back to sleep. What about me?
No, I don't care if you sleep or not.
And then he's up, slamming the bloody microwave shut with getting his coffee.
Gotta have that coffee.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, well, you shut up.
Jeez. Let's get over here and get this tunage done, man. Steely Dan, My Old School. Looks like a good version, about 5 minutes long. Let's do this. I like it. Steely Dan with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Yes, sir. Bob, Carol, Ted, and Alice.
I remember the 35 sweet goodbyes.
Yes, sir. Donald Fagen. Now, there's a face you can't forget. Wow. Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. 9:52 is the time. What you giggling about now?
Just laughing at Len in the chat room. Don't you threaten me with a good time.
Who you calling lady, anyways?
I says, you're lucky then, Len. I was threatening Randy. It was more of a promise.
I know that's the scary part. She'll stick to her promise, too.
Yes, I will.
Brit, woohoo! 9:56, baby. Time to hit the highway. I got groped.
I got
grope,
great.
group grope. Sounds like some kind of a fish you might catch. I caught a group grope.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be confused with a grouper.
I think there's a cream for that.
Or is that a groper? I don't know. Oh, you guys are the best, man. So nice hanging out with you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for coming
guys
by.
are
Len,
so the breast.
Mrs. Len and little Len, thank you all. Everybody else, Eric, the whole 9 yards, man. Thanks for coming in. Underscore was here. Thanks, Mike. Let's see. Sandy, of course. Beautiful Sandai. Boy, the whole list. Nice to see you guys. All you outsiders tuning in. Chris Shahar. Thanks, everybody. John Rooney. You guys are the best. Don't forget tomorrow night's country night. Then Sunday, of course, we do that
That's
Lido
right,
Lounge
John.
thing and blah, blah, blah. So I guess for now, we are good to hit the highway. You guys have a good weekend if we don't see you again. Otherwise, tomorrow night's country night. We expect to see you here. Bring your boots, bring the sawdust, and bring the beer. Sold to the American. All right, enough of that. Thank you, Mr. Dave and Mrs. Dave. It was nice to see Mrs. Dave pop in, too.
Yes, it was.
I know. Len talking about those tools getting hot in the sun, man. Boy, that's crazy shit. I left the hammer down here and picked up the wrong end of that. Boy, that's just as bad, too. Always pick it up by the rubber handle. I learned to pitch the saw into stuff under the truck. I got that part figured out. If I'm using it. Because I build most of the signs on site. I don't put them together here and then drag them out there. I put them together on
You
site.
just
It
have to
takes about an
remember
hour,
to take
but-
the tools with you.
Well, yeah, I know. Had the friggin' idiot. I had to buy a brand new postal digger the other day because it's too stupid to take one
He
with
didn't
me.
take his spud bar, he didn't take
And
his
of course, we have a
spade.
checklist that we're too stupid to read off.
He didn't take his postal digger.
Other than that, hey, we got it covered. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get out of here, shall we?
Ready.
All right, wife. Say goodnight, Donna.
Night, Donna.
We're going, everybody. Ta-ta.
Yankee, 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 Yankee. Yankee, 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 and the Brit.
Yankee, 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 Yankee. Yankee, 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 and the Brit. Yankee and Yankee and Yankee and the Brit.
Yankee, 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 Yankee,
Yankee. Yankee, 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 and the Brit. The Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.